Can today's society be divided into those who have property and those who do not have property? An old political friend commented on the relevance of the class struggle today. For that, he also quoted the Communist Manifesto. He said that there's class resistance in the society we live in, such as between the property class and the property-deprived class. He opined that the continuous struggle between these two sections is a class struggle, and it is a universal truth that never changes. Can this matter be accepted in this way? In a European context, Marx said that classes are polarized into property possessors and property dispossessors. Is it correct to replace it with the present? Marx defined property as something that could create surplus value. According to Marx, the dispossessed class had no such property. He said that the proletariat, laborers, have only their own chains to lose. Whether there is a property-dispossessed social class in the society we live in today is problematic. But many traditional leftists point out that this property-dispossessed class continues to live in this society, and they are the majority. A minority of the property-owning class would exploit the dispossessed majority. Here we present a contrary idea to this idea. In Marx's time, people did not re-engage in a capital process after purchasing used goods. As such, they had no property. Also, by the time of Marx, electric power had not been invented, and petroleum was not used for general human consumption. But today people have mobile phones, bicycles, motorcycles, sewing machines, grain mills, computers, televisions, vehicles, etc. All of this is linked to a recapitalization process after the purchase. To get the services of mobile phones, you have to continuously buy services, and mobile phones, machinery, and vehicles need energy. They have to be fitted with spare parts and have to be maintained. Accordingly, this property is inextricably linked with the capital process of surplus value creation. On the other hand, the consumption of people in Marx's era was a consumption for maintaining their existence, and in that era, the production sector was promoted. There was no particular concern about the consumption sector. But consumption in today's society has risen to glory, and instead of consumption for their survival, people have resorted to surplus consumption. Also, in Marx's era, there was no social fuel or energy consumption like today. Therefore, there was no production of such complex goods and services, and no excess consumption. But in today's society, where consumption has risen to glory, it is related to the capital process that produces surplus value throughout the time when people and all the goods and services of people are consumed for the sake of excess consumption. Thus, we must understand that, in contrast to Marx's era, the majority of today's society owns a large amount of property and is constantly linked to the process of producing surplus value. Therefore, the division of classes into property owners and non-property owners cannot be replaced in today's society. And we insist that property owners and non-property owners must be understood in accordance with the nature of the relationship between labor and capital. Accordingly, the relevance of Marx's political ideas in this era is in the field of ideology.